Okay, now you won the Hogan Award, 2002. Great award. You've overcome a lot of stuff. I remember you asked me in the locker room at Colonial, it might have been 1993, can I help you, or locker room here, Byron Nelson, can I help you maybe get a sponsor exception at Colonial? You weren't getting anything. Now you're this big superstar.
Yeah.
Okay, the bad stat you had in 91, you missed all those cuts.
Yep.
Last in driving distance, last in driving accuracy. You give people hope now. Frank Jobe and hard work, how did all this happen?
Yeah, you know, I've always had health problems, you know, one way or the other. And yeah, Dr. Jobe obviously performed a pretty good surgery on me that, you know, I was out for 1.5 years, right elbow.
How many on this one here?
2 on that one on this one.
Oh my.
But he's done 2 of them too, so he's helped me out quite a bit. But you know what? That was as much a product of me being stubborn and not ever quitting.
Right.
Because I should have quit. I mean, I should have quit that year and should have stopped playing at the end of 1990 and went and had this thing figured out.
What comes first, confidence or low scores?
I don't know. You know, that's a great question there.
What obstacles are there playing the PGA Tour, trying to beat Tiger Woods as a diabetic? What do you have to do every day that other guys don't?
Yeah, well, no, there's not.
You have a pump?
It's not just not beating him. There's a lot of
well,
guys.
you got a lot of guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I wear this insulin pump, but I monitor my blood sugar, and I just have to pay attention to.
During the course of a round, you monitor?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How many times?
6 or 8.
You look at the pump, or you have a thing, or how's that work?
Prick my finger and check my blood sugar.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I got different priorities than everybody else out here.
Wow, you have a different round of golf, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, if I'm not feeling good, I'm not going to play good. So that's pretty simple. It doesn't matter how I'm hitting it, or how I'm putting, or anything else. If I don't feel decent, then my chances of playing good aren't very good.
Now, what about special stuff before the round, after round that you have to do to take care of?
Well, I just have to monitor blood sugar, and I eat pretty good, and I just have to keep an eye on all that stuff more than other people. You know, I'm not going to just wake up late and run out here and go tee it up with a cup of coffee and expect to do any good. I'm not going to do that. 2007
Nelson, maybe the feel-good story of the year. You winning Byron's tournament. Byron gave you lessons as a kid. Your mom was a volunteer. You went to the thing. Your interview after that tournament was moving. Talk about what that meant to you. That's your major, isn't it?
Well, yeah, up to this point it is. I mean, this is a big tournament to me. It always has been. I grew up here. Went to this golf tournament, you know, as a kid.
Yeah.
I've mentioned before, you know, was 11 or 12 or 13-year-old kid dumb enough to think that I was going to be a pro golfer one day, you know, and watching these guys play, and you know what, and this was my first experience with golf, was the Byron Nelson. So getting lucky enough to watch that as a kid, get to meet him, you know, always admire him, and then actually get to come out here and play in the tournament that I watched as a kid and actually win it. You know,
he was your pen pal, right? He wrote you 30 handwritten letters over the years?
I got 40 of them.
Yeah? And you got them in like a treasure chest somewhere?
I do. I have my wife made a beautiful display of all that stuff.
Oh, wow.
After the tournament last year.
Okay. Now you got a lot of stuff from that tournament. You got a big check. Yeah. Peggy gave you Byron's fedora.
Right.
Not a phony thing, the real deal.
No, the real deal.
You have to give it back, or what is that?
But she says I have to give it back.
Okay, so that's like the Masters green jacket. You keep it for a year
and give it back. And that's it. Yeah, and it never leaves the club.
Okay, all right. And then you got a motorcycle too.
I got a motorcycle.
You got a big motorcycle, and you rode it once, I understand. Is that right?
Yeah.
That didn't go well.
No, I burnt my leg. Of course,
you burned your leg?
Well, because
how did you burn your leg?
Because I was dumb. I was wearing a t-shirt and shorts, and I jumped on there, and one of the exhaust pipes gets really hot. And the guy told me, he goes, you know, if you touch that exhaust pipe, it's 2nd degree or 3rd degree burn right away. And he said that, and it went like this.
Yes, right through?
Went in one ear, out the other.
Did you have to like treat it right away? Were you like screaming?
Oh man, I burned.
What was it, 3rd degree?
I don't know what it was, but it was bad.
Wow.
So yeah, I've sat on it and started it a few times, but I haven't ridden it anymore.
What would you be doing if you hadn't turned it around? Would you be Tway's banker, or
no? I'm not sure what I'd be
psychologist, or what would you be doing?
No, I'd probably be I always thought that I'd probably be a football coach.
Really?
Yeah, that's my first love of sports. So
okay.
Yeah, I'd be doing something in college athletics more likely.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay.